A lovely client gifted me a tray of eggs after I finished working in her house. She was very happy, gifted me eggs. Nikazikula mfululizo. Now my face is all over. You'll notice in this video. Hi, good people. Welcome back to Freedom with Frida. In case you're new here, hi. My name is Fridah Nguku, and this is the best place for you. Please subscribe. I know I'm not consistent, but we'll keep doing this until we get. I don't know why YouTube is such a hassle. Anyway, this vlog starts here, and I feel like there's a lot that is going to be carried on this vlog. At this very moment, I don't even know why I'm on the floor, but we're doing some deliveries. We are doing some book deliveries, guys. So for those who know, oops, why am I clumsy, guys? When I tell you, nakwanga clumsy. I am a very clumsy woman. Like me, angusha vitu. So for those who don't know, I'm actually an author. I wrote a book that I'm so proud of. So proud because for a very long time I've always wanted to just tell a story. I love telling stories. I love listening to stories. I feel like every success, every failure, everything, everyone has a story. Whatever story it is, everyone has a story. And I feel like there's always a lesson we can learn from each person's story. So I've always wanted to ask. And if you check my YouTube channel, when I started actually, I was talking a lot about stories. It was about the things I'm reading from the books. Then I was such a reader. I can't wait to get back. And actually, reading that much is what got me inspired to writing a book. So my book is called "What Will People Say?" It goes for 1,000 bob Kenya shillings. So today, as I do this, I am headed out for a delivery. So one of the schools in Westlands, thank God, like God just connects me with the right people. Nowadays, I get connected with the right people, and I mean this in every word. Pray that God connects you with the right people. I just get connected with the right people. So this teacher was like, since your book is so inspiring, we met actually on a golf club, and it was like, since your book is so inspiring, I have students, they're boys, it's actually a boys' school. I have students, I would like them to benefit from it. So since they all can't buy, as much as I always go for get your own copy because there's a lot of spaces for you to write down your thoughts, write down some of the things that chapter is teaching you. Every chapter has like a place where you can note down some things. Yeah. He was like, not every student will afford that. So what if I get 20 copies and just have them in the library? I was like, my book is gonna be in someone's library. Anyway, so I'm here. So I am just going to count them, take 20 of them. This batch is actually over, but I have requested my publisher to do another batch because I have another school coming and it's a very, very, very big school and I cannot wait to get there and talk about life, talk about success, talk about challenges, inspire someone, touch someone's life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, nidhani hazitatosha, but I knew I have a few in the car. So I'm going to deliver 20 of them. I don't need the bahasha since they're just going to stamp them and have them in the library. And I think this vlog is going to carry also me having the teacher promised that I'm going to have a talk there with the boys. And this is interesting. I have been very intentional about my relationship with God and mostly by just being able to read the Bible and understanding it, not just reading and understanding it. And it's interesting because the first talk I'm getting this term is talking to those students because he was like, I want you to talk to my boys, but I want it to be on the basis of God. I want you to have like a pastor. They normally have like a pastoral session every Thursday, very early in the morning. So I'll be one of the Thursdays, I'll invite you probably after midterm so you can just come and have a talk with the boys, but on the basis of Bible, Christianity kind of a thing, not Christianity, godly kind of a thing. So today we're just doing delivery. Once I deliver, that's it. But normally what I do is sign up the books. I leave a note to these students, guys. To whoever it is that is reading my book will definitely get a note per book. So I'm just going to sign them up, write the notes that I write. And by the way, how do I write these notes? It's whatever comes into my mind that once I get a book like this and I start writing, some words will just come out somehow. sometimes I visualize who is reading. Like, for example, when you buy a book from me and I know you, or maybe we've met a way in a certain way, I visualize you. So I write that note with you in mind. Interesting, right? So for now, I'm just visualizing a student in Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, a boy child who is going through a Gen Z. This part is actually so therapeutic. I promise you, it just feels so fulfilling to write these notes and sign. This one nimeandika. Thank you for buying this book. May bring you abundance in every aspect of your life. You deserve all the good things. Thank you. Then I make my signature. So I'm just going to write those two notes and pack them in the So I am going to package them nicely since they're going to receive them. They're definitely going to stamp them. I used to see stamps in high school library books. Yeah, so I'm going to stamp them, and the issue with the schools or institutions is they normally don't pay cash. They're going to do a check. When guys tell me when last were you in the bank queuing? Like, it's interesting how technology has grown. There are days we used to queue in the bank to go and withdraw your 1,000, your 2,000. Like when I was in campus, I remember doing that. And then ATMs came and people are not confident enough to actually deposit money through ATM. And now everyone just does it. Then mobile banking, and people are very resistant. Then I was in banking system, and I remember mobile banking was such a resistant thing for people. They were like, "Mm-mm-mm, not my money, not my money." Kwanza, this thing of depositing money using a check, using a bahasha, tunaenda unaweka pesa kwa bahasha, unaweka kwa machine. Yeah? People just could not do that. So just remember that this teacher told me that I should get a registered company. Good enough, I have a registered company that they can pay through. So technically, that is what is going to happen. So this video is technically going to be about that. So books zimeisha, more coming. So make your orders, guys. Make your orders. Super grateful for such opportunities. Like, what? My story is out there. Can you imagine that? In a book. Wacheni Mungu aitu Mungu. Wacheni Mungu aitu Mungu. Why am I looking at you guys like this? Let me go do a deposit for this check. Actually, an ABSA check. But I'm doing it in Coop Bank. My account is in Coop Bank. The business account. The Joymark events account. I don't remember, guys, the last time I was in the bank. What do people go to do in the bank? Deposit checks? Maybe. Because I do not remember the last time I was in the bank. I don't go to the bank. I work through my phone. Everything can be given to me through the phone. Deposit, withdrawals, payments, whatever it is. My phone can do that. Like, I don't like going to the bank. I literally don't like going to the bank. And I don't remember the last time I deposited a check. Very weird, actually. Very weird. When you start dealing with institutions that deal with checks, is when you remember, I have to get to the bank. So I'm on my way to Pipeline, but I decided, see, the person I'm meeting is not there. Let me just do that deposit, then I head there. And someone left there, kept in my house. So I am here, najitawala na tunywele, na someone is mad. I'm outside Quickmart, and someone has just parked almost next to these are my carriers. What are they called? Trolleys. So the security guy is mad. So anyway, I have never owned a cape. If I ever owned a cape, it's normally nimechukua kwa mtu, especially boyfriends. So here I am in a cape today. I'm not wearing a wig. I have my wig lines. They're really beaten up, so this is working fantastic. I am in this cargo pants. Nimetoa socks. It's cold here. But anyway, let's go. I do the deposit and then we head out. You remember I mentioned there was someone that was waiting for me around pipeline. Mhm. I sat here and I was like, the process of apparently I was told I need that checkbook to be checked. Sijui nasikuwa nimebeba. Nikaona itaniwestia time and I went back. So as I edit this sija deposit hiyo check, but I still have it, guys. I still have it. But at least it's paid. So I just need to deposit and I get my money. So whenever day comes. Aish, days later. So apparently the school decided to give me a day. And this happens to be the night before the day I was to do a talk. Remember I think I mentioned that he had said he might give me a chance to do some mentorship talk. I love these mentorship talks. And like I said, they were in the basis of Bible, godly stuff. So this was me the night before. This is how I practice. Literally, I just thought, guys, I should show you how I go through what I should talk about. Like I have to literally imagine people are looking at me or this crowd is here, they're listening, so that I am able to visualize. I'm such a visualizer kind of person. Even in interior, for me to be able to help you choose wallpapers, I actually have to see your house so I can visualize how it's going to look. You cannot tell me I have gray curtains, gray seats. Like I don't work like that. My eyes, my mind has to bring it into vision so I am able to remember it, so I'm able to see how it's going to turn out. That's just how it works. I don't know whether it's the same for other interior designers. I just don't know, but I just don't work without visualizing. And that's why I write a lot of notes down. I write things down. I have so many notebooks. And I came to notice this very late in life. I actually didn't know that that's a thing. There are people who the only way they can be able to actually achieve things and bring things into life is by writing them down so they can see them. And for me, like I have goals and dreams and I've written them down. I literally can sit here. I don't have the book, but I can read them from where the book is. So when I tell people to send me their houses, if they don't want to send me how their houses look like, I cannot help. I literally can't think about what wallpaper is going to work for you when I don't know how your house looks like. It is that weird. Anyways, I decided to carry this roll up because it's going to guide whatever it is that I'm going to cover has a lot to do with peer pressure. And my book carries a lot of that, being carried away by what people opinion, pressures of the world, riches, all those things. So I thought because the book I was reading was also tied to that, this would be also a good time to bring in the book, learn how to bring in whatever it is that you're doing and let people understand it still through that talk. Yeah, so that is what I was looking at. So I was trying to figure out how these things even itasimama ama itaanguka ama itahitaji kushikiliwa, but it actually worked perfectly and I loved it. Ready for the next day, which at this point it was around 11 actually. Anyway, guys, good night. Sleep well, and let's link up tomorrow. I am not sure I will show you guys as I talk because it's a student thing, school stuff. I am not sure I'll show you that, but it's going to happen at 7, so I have to wake up at around 5, dress up, leave by 5:45. You can never tell the traffic of Nairobi so that I'm able to leave early on time. I am driving actually, and I know it's going to be an hour's time because I've been that school. I'm sure you've watched the previous video, me showing you guys when I was going to deliver them. So I know where the school is, and I know it will take me approximately 40 to 1 hour. So I want to be there on time because I only have 30 to 40 minutes of talk, and that means I have to be there on time. I am crossing fingers that I wake up on time because where I will show you guys how I dressed that. I will show you, I'll see how to do that. If it's not in the morning, probably later in the evening. But yeah, good night. Bye. Guys, nikiwaambia ni usiku hata kuna watu kwa barabara. It's 5:45. First of all, I made it on time. And here I am. So I am hoping I'll get there on time. Because yeah, who has a function at 7:30? Yaani Mungu ameamua kunipea na kunipea with its own challenge. Like, let's see, Frida, what you can do. Anyway, I'm gonna make it on time. I am now driving there and I am praying for zero jam and safety. See you guys on the other side. This is how I was dressed. Oh, D4 done. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. Went for a massage session, guys, and this should be a story for another day. But it felt so soothing, it felt so relaxing. I'm actually most blacked out. Anyway, I think this vlog ends here. Let's meet again in the next vlog, or maybe in the next video, which probably is the interior video. Bye. Subscribe.